Delighted to welcome you to Shanghai, ladies and gentlemen. It is a massive affair this afternoon. Welcome to leg 3 of the Longines Global Champions Tour season. It is our 19th year and this the third leg. And we look at the rankings now after the 2 leg. Dennis Lynch is out in first place. He's had a brilliant start to his season, as has Edwina Alexander. Neither have won a Grand Prix so far, but Emanuela Camilli, he won last time in Mexico. We take around the course of Peter Grant. It's a very stern test, as you would expect this afternoon. Andreas was 8th in the season standings last year. Triple bar ahead of the in-gates. Has got 16 seconds now to come home inside time. Andreas Sko powers down over the plank. We have our opening clear. Surely, yeah, brilliant from the Dane. Way inside time. We stay with Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix first-timers. This is her maiden week on the tour, and Lara Treba comes forward. Now 2 to go. Time is very comfortable, and she can afford a little check half halt prior to the plank and gets it. Lara Treba goes for the final fence, and oh wow, that's brilliant. It is her first Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix. And that is sensational. Now, what a Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix debut this could be for this brand new mare for Zoe Conter. Brilliant. We have a 3-way jump off this afternoon. I'm out of my chair. That was so good to watch. Philip Weishaupt and Aurelio D are the new starters. This is his first Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix this season. Philip Weishaupt is poised here, and he can jump the plank. We are in touch here of, yes, a brilliant 4th clear round. What a super debut that is for Aurelio DR. The next to start, this lady has had a brilliant start to her season. She lies 2nd in the Longines Global Champions Tour season standings. Edwina started at 8 years of age in the saddle. The Young Rider title came in Australia in '95 prior to the move 3 years later to Europe to Jan Tops. And we are poised here for clear round number 5. And Australia's Edwina Alexander will be back to try and upgrade the vice title yesterday to the, or yesterday, but last time here, into a win this afternoon. Lorenzo De Luca is on the course. We're sitting with 5 clears, approaching the halfway interval of the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Shanghai 2025, and Lorenzo can clear the plank. Time's good here, and we have surely, oh, what a round. It's their maiden 5-star Grand Prix. Well, Jos Lansing on the sidelines talking to Natalie Dean, because Jos is where this brilliant young man is based, Robert Murphy. Now this fearsome late fence for Robert Murphy. He will clear it, and the final fence he surely will jump, and that is sensational. It's his very first Longines Global Champions Tour week, his first Grand Prix. So Gilles Thomas getting started, trying to defend the title. They've got 1 already through, and Gilles Thomas. Oh, it's brilliant. It is so easy. I was almost getting lulled into the fact we're at a huge Grand Prix. That was just so comfortable. This young superstar delivers another clear round this afternoon, and he may well defend his title. But now this again, one of the picks for the win this afternoon. Dennis Lynch is on the course. Dennis won the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix in Doha in 2008 with Lantinas, but oh, this story is just violent almost to watch, because I can't believe Gangster having trouble, and now Brooklyn Heights also 2 down the diagonal. 7 and 8 going in succession, and Dennis Lynch is going to retire. But now this superb combination, they are a new pair this year. But Nigel Peter Steiner gets on course for Switzerland, and Mila well, this story is simply scintillating. We have another clear round. It is clear round number 9. Jan Friedrich Meyer-Zimmermann comes forward for Germany as we sit on the cusp of clear round number 10, and now we do reach double figures. Eduardo Vaz-Asnar eyes up clear round number 11. And Spain coming homebound, way inside time. And it's a masterclass. Links Waffen is the call from my Chinese colleague alongside. That's the clear round translation. Well done, Eduardo Vaz-Asnar is through. Legend will return. And things are heating up beautifully. It's 11 clears. The next to come, Marcus Enning lines up Priam du Rosset at the start as Germany now try and add a third. Clears it stunningly, the man from Borken in North Rhine-Westphalia, as Germany sitting on the cusp of third clear for clear round number 12 here in Shanghai, and that is superb once again. I didn't want to speak, I've got bucket loads of facts, but to talk over Marcus Enning, Nicola Philipparts enters, just breathes on top of the Baojun vertical at 11, but it stays. Now Katanga for Belgium to join Germany with 3 for our 13th clear this afternoon, and there it is. Well, could this be the moment that Katanga wins the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix? Belgium now shoulder to shoulder with Germany, 3 apiece. 6 more to come, and Michael Duffy getting started. 9 nations at this point. Ireland become nation 10. For our 14th clear round, Michael Duffy clears the plank and down to the Shanghai Oxer, and whoa, things are getting extraordinary. This pair have my money this afternoon. I think the favourite, Scott Brash, comes forward for Great Britain. Time is a stroll in the Shanghai city this afternoon for Scott Brash, and Hello Shadora Lady comes down to the last fence and does deliver. Clear round number 16. My predictions have not gone well this afternoon, but we've got to continue sticking our neck on the line as commentators tell our true story, and I'm delighted for Scott. The position, it is going to be 16 combinations to return, and Great Britain has a pair. Belgium and Germany have 3 each. It is the one for Ireland, Denmark, France, Austria, Spain, Switzerland, Australia, and Italy are the nations that will be returning. The scene is set for the jump-off here in Shanghai. Welcome to the jump-off for the 3rd edition of the Longines Global Champions Tour here in 2025. But we sit and wait for the jump-off here in Shanghai, and we now look at the course of Peter Grant to decide the fates. And Andreas Sko will be the first to jump off this afternoon. Napoli still clear, and Andreas Sko has got 2 fences remaining. 38 seconds on landing over the penultimate, and he then puts his legs firmly on the horse's side down to the last fence. It's a superb start. 46.06 is the opening time this afternoon. Stunning exhibition from the Dane. 3:69 was a split time, and yeah, 3.4 seconds is the deficit for the French debutante this afternoon, but just lost a little bit of power, sadly. Well, the first of the 3 for Belgium, and Zoe Conter comes forward. Only this mare's second 5-star Grand Prix in her career, and that one was back in 2021. Zoe, I'm afraid, takes the first fence. Fanny turns back to the Shanghai Oxer. The new starter in the grey jacket of Ludger Beerbaum's stable, and Philip Weishaupt enters. 0.71 the advantage as he travels down to the Longines double. And I'm afraid the German challenge here falters into that. But now the reserve champion here last year, second behind Gilles Thomas, we welcome back Edwina Top's Alexander. 0.51 here, the deficit only is makeable up above at the final fence here. If Edwina tops Alexander, goes for the line, 46.06 is going to be just exceeded, I think. Yeah. Oh, 0.82. It was so good. Little rueful shake of Edwina's head. It was a brilliant effort. This is their maiden 5-star Grand Prix together, so this is a massive moment. Lorenzo. This horse beautifully balanced naturally, but no, the front of the Oxer goes. Bizarre, because the approach was perfect. Robert Murphy, 24 years of age. The getaway is very crisp. That was so snaky. But I'm afraid it was a bridge too far. Canem cannot find the distance into the takeoff point at the Baojun vertical. What a shame for Robert. It's going to come now under the maybe sword of Gilles Thomas this afternoon. Gilles Thomas, I'm afraid. Well, no, he's okay. I thought for a minute that fence had gone. It was a heavy touch, but it stayed. The Shanghai wall down to the now in shadow Jus Oxer. Gilles Thomas turns back to the penultimate. 1.28 here is the advantage for the defending champion. Gilles Thomas now accelerates down to the final fence with a real gallop, and he sees a brilliant stride. 1.95 seconds is the advantage. He salutes his mare. We have jumped 8 of the jump off this afternoon in Shanghai, and now Mila comes the start line. Mila chases home. Nadia Peter-Steiner has had an outstanding Grand Prix. Whatever the final time is, the crowd roars. 1.97 seconds is the deficit, but it is going to be a third place. 46.08 is the time. Anna-Friederike Meyer-Zimmermann enters. Great stride at the penultimate. Can she fly for home? No, I'm afraid Poles fly instead. The penultimate go for the German combination. It is the late mistake. 46.7 was the time. Oh, here we go. Sit very tight, because this man is going to come hot on this man's heels. Eduardo Varas-Asnar. 32.41 is going to be, now 0.4 is the deficit. Eduardo Varas-Asnar has got to go for broke here, because this is where Gilles Thomas was so quick. Legend down to the final fence is going to be right on the cusp. 1.17 seconds. What a round that was to go up into second place. Now Marcus Senning. What can Marcus do right here? The son of the horse he rode, the highest level, Plot Blue, and former winner of the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix. But no, Marcus, I'm afraid, takes the opener. Nicola Philippart composes himself at the start with Kantanga van Hedingeshof for Belgium. 0.71, he's extending his advantage. 2 to go. The points where Gilles Thomas ran for the finish line, and I'm afraid Nicola Philippart will not win this afternoon. Gilles Thomas will be afraid of this man. They're of the same generation, and Michael Duffy now. Split time comes up. 0.59 he's got to find, but then he's very fast down to 5B. But no, the acceleration, I'm afraid, flattens the stride pattern. And 5B is the demise of Michael Duffy. Had to find a little bit of time, but Oxer goes. Max Kuhner, the season champion last year, enters, and EIC Julius Caesar. It's going to be a bridge too far, I think. But no, he goes charging homewards. Max Kuhner. Had to find too much time, and I'm afraid can't get the distance correct to the final fence. It does fall. Scott Brash rips around the turn. Halachadora Lady comes very fast and fiery down to the Shanghai wall. It's intact here. This will be very close on the time again. No, it's an advantage to Britain. 0.3 here. Scott Brash now. Gilles Thomas was so quick here. 44.11 on the clock to beat it. And I think he's ahead. Yes, he is. 0.17 is the winning margin. And Scott Brash wins the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Shanghai. He was my favourite coming in, I've said it over the days, and Scott Brash salutes the Chinese crowd. The 2025 Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix winner is Great Britain's Scott Brash. His awesome career continues. It is a .17 winning margin for Scott, and the defending champion comes very close, .17.
How do you feel?
Yeah, I'm absolutely delighted. It's great, first of all, to jump in front of this enthusiastic crowd here in Shanghai. Facilities are amazing. And I'm absolutely delighted with my mare, Shadora. She jumped incredible today, so yeah, delighted.
The scene of Scott Brash's win, and we remind you of the new position. We don't remind you, we update you, because Scott Brash moves up into third place, 61 points after the first 3 legs. The brand new Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix champion of Shanghai, it is Great Britain's Scott Brash who wins. It's been a stunning week here in the east of China, and from myself, Ed Holloway, thank you for your company. We'll see you next time in Madrid. Goodbye from Shanghai.